Out is 3 of 3. Now Cam Akers is in there. He had started the previous 2 games at running back. Fake it. Stroud. Set it up on the outside. Catch made. Nico Collins. First down. Dorian Williams, the linebacker, eventually brings him down. NFL Today update. Back to Coach Cowher.
Yeah, Ramondre Stevenson, remember, he was benched earlier in the week, gets in there. Funny how that kind of lights a fire. 33 yards, he's taking it in for the score, breaking tackles, finishing the run. New England leads 7-3 over Miami.
Yeah, Coach, it had been a fumbling issue, and that's why Stevenson is in a backup role, but obviously he got the message.
Yeah, how many great coaches have said the bench is a terrific motivator.
Stroud on a give. Akers the acceleration. First down. Takes it just short of the 15. Hamlin with another stop. That's an 11-yard rip for Cam Akers.
Good job up front by the offensive line and a better cut by Cam Akers. Because Dorian Williams, the linebacker, was screaming downhill towards him, and he actually used his momentum against him, cut back against the grain to pick up the additional yardage.
Come up on the 3-minute mark of this first quarter. No Joe Mixon. It's been a big loss with that high ankle sprain. Mixon had that hip drop tackle in week 2 against Chicago. Give. Akers cuts to the outside for the touchdown. Dalton Schultz with a key block. And the Texans take the lead.
What a design. You're going to get motion coming across, all right? That's going to be Cade Stover, the tight end. And then watch the back move here and here. And that's the fullback, who's really the tight end, Dalton Schultz. So double tight ends movement created that opening there for him to run through.
It's a 15-yard rushing touchdown for Akers. The extra point tacked on by Fairbairn. 7-3. Houston. Texans go 6 plays, 70 yards. They answer the field goal from Buffalo with a touchdown on the board for the Texans, who lead at 7-3. These amazing shots of today's game are provided by Nationwide. NRG Stadium opened back in 2002.
How about these offensive coordinators in the early going? Joe Brady for Buffalo, Bobby Slowick for Houston. Both found things as these drives went along, stayed with them, and kept creating good opportunities for their offense. And both offensive lines have come to life as this game has moved along. Buffalo's first, Houston's on that last drive.
Kickoff from Fairbairn. They've got Codrington and Johnson deep. One into the end zone, coming out to the 30-yard line. Families affected by Hurricane Helene urgently need support. Help the American Red Cross provide meals and shelter to these families. Donate today to Hurricane Helene relief efforts by going to redcross.org/NFL. Buffalo Bills are 3-1 for the 4th straight year. 5 of the last 6 seasons they've opened up 3-1. The loss last week was so out of character. They had gone 43 consecutive regular season games without a loss by 6 points or more. Fake it. Allen, defender is there, and Allen just chucks it to the sideline. Nice snag. Daniil Hunter applying the heat on Josh Allen.
How about Daniil Hunter on that play? Ordinarily, Josh Allen one-on-one with a defensive end getting out of the pocket. You like that matchup for Buffalo. But Daniil Hunter, number 55, first year in Houston after great years in Minnesota, able to track him down and put the pressure on him.
Al Shire is out there right now for Houston. Jimmy Ward has returned. Cook in the backfield. The running game has worked. Try to keep the legs churning. Picks up 4 in the process. And a number of Texans lined up to greet him short of the 35-yard line, led by Daniil Hunter. 3rd and 6.
Josh Allen trying to figure out who's his go-to against DeMeco Ryans' defense today. Remember, we talked about Stingley being the #1 cover guy. Keon Coleman headed in that direction. On the backside against Kamari Lassiter, the rookie, I think Matt Collins is on the bottom right here, number 13.
Shakir is out with an ankle injury. He's been a go-to target for Allen. Jump flags on both sides of the line.
Could have Spencer Brown again at right tackle, unless they feel like he was moved by the defensive lineman's jump.
Brown is trying to get a little early peek.
The defender did not get in the neutral zone. Therefore, we have false start. Offense number 79. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
It's Brown.
We came into this game with Houston talking about eliminating pre-snap penalties on offense. Actually leading the league with 40 penalties overall, the Houston Texans. They wanted to try and clean up their operation. The early going here, Buffalo wants to get back to that themselves.
Buffalo came in 20 penalties in the first month of the season, 5th fewest in the NFL. They had 3 in the first quarter, costing them 20 yards. Shotgun on 3rd and 11. Rushes on. Allen unloads, and Coleman can't grab it. The passing game has been discombobulated so far for Buffalo.
Feels like everything's one step quick. Some of that coming from Houston in their pass rush. You alluded to it earlier. They've had the pressures. They'd like to see more of the sacks. The sacks aren't there yet, but the pressure getting Josh Allen in that offense a little quicker than they want to be. And of course, right now, not able to convert on 3rd down.
Coverage from Kamari Lassiter, the rookie from Georgia. Another punt for Sam Martin with Robert Woods waiting for it at the 23.
Does a good job of angling usually when he punts the football.
High kick. Woods tried to get under it. It bounces at the 34 and then makes a beeline for the perimeter out of bounds. 39-yard kick. C.J. Stroud leading this Houston offense. They've got the advantage. 7-3 late stages of the opening quarter. On Tuesday, Texans players including Eric Murray and Azeez Al-Shire joined Chair and CEO Cal McNair and Hannah McNair to visit Stephen F. Austin High School. The Texans surprised their football team with a $20,000 grant to be used for program and equipment needs. The award was in celebration of the Texans' 5th annual Founders Day to honor the charitable legacy of the late Robert C. McNair. Houston 7, Buffalo 3, a minute 43 to go in this opening quarter. DeMeco Ryans. We asked him about emotion on the sidelines. He said, look, I'm going to be me. I've had people come up to me and ask, why don't you smile more out there? I get locked in. I am becoming more aware of where the camera is at all times. Deep shot. Stroud. Nico Collins is gone. Touchdown. Houston. 67 yards on the bomb. He has been the best receiver in the NFL the first month of the season and exhibiting that once again for the Texans.
And he just runs by everyone. There was no nuance to this one. It was just take off and go. I don't know if Rasul Douglas, the corner, thought that the safety had the help on the inside. Remember, they're starting a rookie, Cole Bishop, his first start in the NFL. And Nico Collins didn't even have to do a head fake, just gone. But the misdirection early, I think, helped hold the safety.
And the extra point from Fairbairn. It's 14-3. Houston. Nico Collins is putting up humongous numbers. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this.
Around here with our 2 jobs and a teenager in school, our internet situation was getting kind of hairy.
No, I don't want to split hairs, hun, but it was a mess.
We were practically pulling our hair out.
We were totally at loose ends.
Then we found a solution that's permanent.
Bell Pure Fiber.
Now there's not a hair out of place. Right, honey?
Plus, we trimmed our expenses.
And to think we nearly missed it by a hair.
Nico Collins takes advantage of an area that most teams have not thus far. The Bills have done an excellent job against wide receivers so far in the young season until now.
They came into this game where they hadn't given up 80 yards to a single receiver in a game, and Nico Collins got a big chunk of it there. See C.J. Stroud, they ran a little bit of misdirection, but overall, we always talk about subtleties, nuance, right? Little things in the game. This one was just a big one. Nico Collins just took off like a sprinter and ran past the secondary.
This is returnable. Codrington, head of steam, and hit from the side, short of the 30-yard line. 1:28 to play in this opening quarter. Let's go back to the touchdown, CD.
So what you're going to get is some misdirection to start things off, and then just simply a go. As you see the tight end go there, does that hold anyone? Maybe, but overall, the rookie Cole Bishop out of Utah just got caught peeking, looking back into the backfield, and that's cardinal rule number 1 that you're not supposed to do as a safety. Don't peek into the backfield, keep everything in front. Nico Collins wins the 100-yard sprint to the end zone.
Bills in a hole once again, just like last week against Baltimore. James Cook runs it directly into multiple bodies. It's a 2-yard pickup. Little chatter after the play. 2nd down and 8 for Buffalo with Danielle Hunter and Al Shire there defensively.
And over the years, as you've done these games, how many times have you heard coaches talk about young quarterbacks? The deep ball is a tough thing for them to get to, right? Having to learn how to have the touch, the timing, the accuracy. C.J. Stroud already has it in droves.
50 seconds to go in the opening quarter. From the gun, Allen. He's going to run with it. And Allen's got the angle for the first down. He took a hit at the end, and then he just tossed the football.
That ball might be out and available for Houston. I think they let it play out and have replay deal with it.
Mario Edwards Jr. with Josh Allen.
He had the hesitation move, and then there's Edwards. He's out of bounds. He's out of bounds, so he's okay. That right foot was out of bounds. Everything after that, nothing left.
The Bills were looking for a late hit.
After crew discussion, the runner was out of bounds before he fumbled the basketball.
Well,
the ball be placed at the 39-yard line. It is a first down.
It's almost basketball season, and I will say for Clay Martin, he's been a long-time basketball coach at Jenks High School in Oklahoma. He's now the AD there. So we're going to give him the mulligan.
He's in preseason practice right now,
70.
you know. He's locked in, and there was a Final Four here not too long ago that UConn won.
Clay is not working the Rockets game.
Not headed to the Toyota Center for this evening.
It's the Rockets and the Buffalo Braves. 20 seconds to go in the first. Cook try to maneuver, and he makes a cut to the 40-yard line, and To'o is there. Gain of 1.5 yards, and that's how this first quarter will end. Houston jumps all over Buffalo. 14-3 after one.
Quarter.
Second quarter is coming up. Both teams at 3-1, taking a big step forward with a victory here in the AFC.
Start of the second quarter here in Houston. Nico Collins is in that blue tent as we speak. After the 67-yard touchdown grab and run, came up a bit gingerly, as you can see, making his way into the end zone, and then went directly into the blue tent under his own power. Always a good sign, but he remains in there. I just saw Bobby Slowick, offensive coordinator, come out of that blue tent. We'll keep you posted once we get something official.
All right, Evan, Buffalo facing a 2nd and 9, first play of the second quarter. Quick throw, not on the same page to Curtis Samuel. Houston pressing the line, providing pressure and speeding up the process of Josh Allen.
And you can feel the loss of Khalil Shakir.
Big time.
He's his favorite receiver of the outside receivers, even though he plays in the slot. Normally where their passing game is, Shakir, Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox work in the middle of the field. Houston wants to close down the middle of the field and make him dump it outside and make those wide receivers prove they can make plays like Keon Coleman and Samuel when he lines out wide.
Josh Allen is 1 of 8. That ties his worst start ever in an NFL game. Allen, step up. He's going to throw it across his body, and Hollins can't haul it in. Incomplete. Frustration building for Josh Allen and the Bills.
And a lot of teams, when they play Buffalo, they keep a person inside to spy against Josh Allen and stay with him. But there's no spy here. So when Josh Allen breaks contain, he actually has an escort if he wants to take off and go in that gap. That is a hard throw, even for one of the better throwers in the league. Back across your body, to the inside in the middle, and they come up unsuccessful.
Josh Allen said, we talked about how everyone eats in this offense. Right now, nobody's eating. Flags down.
False start. Offense, number 54. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
It is Spector. And the sloppy play continues. That's the 4th penalty against the Bills. We're just 10 seconds into the second quarter.
And to your point about the everybody eats mantra, typically someone sets the table. And early in the season when that was working, Khalil Shakir was setting the table and everyone was eating off of his bowl. Now, no one is taking that spot. And until that happens, Buffalo could struggle.
Sam Martin, that's a big kick. Woods, he's going to catch it inside the 5. Why? Fortunate to get it even close to the 20-yard line, but risky on the 62-yard punt. 16-yard return. Spector the play on special teams. We're back in 30 seconds after this.
There's nothing like an NFL Sunday.
I love this game.
And a TSN Plus subscription takes game day to a whole new level. With NFL Red Zone.
We're going to love watching football together.
Subscribe now for every touchdown from every game.
He's done it again!
On up to 8 screens at once, every Sunday afternoon. Plus, exclusive digital-only games all season long.
Let the show begin.
NFL Red Zone, available on TSN Plus. Subscribe now.
No Nico Collins right now for Houston. He was being escorted towards the tunnel. Cam Akers with the carry. No gain on the play. So we'll get you the Collins info as soon as we have it. 6th reception of 50 or more yards since the start of last season. That ties him with Tyreek Hill for the most in the NFL over that span.
Talk about 2 different body types, right? 2 different guys in what we see in terms of speed and quickness. But Collins can get up and go as well, but a much more longer, angular guy as opposed to the cheetah Tyreek Hill.
Xavier Hutchinson, second-year wideout from Iowa State, now in there. On 2nd and 10, there was a hole, but it closed quickly for Akers. Dorian Williams has great length at 6'1", 228, but he plays bigger than the numbers might indicate.
Very fast to the ball, aggressive to it, and he's developing nicely as a second-year linebacker. I realize there's 13:40 left in the second quarter, long way to go. This feels like a very important 3rd down for this Buffalo defense. Opportunity now to hold them here, change field position a little bit, and help out their offense. They've got to find a way to get their footing underneath them.
Bobby Babich in his first year as the defensive coordinator, 8th year with Buffalo. Stroud makes the connection. Hangs in there and tosses to the former Bill, Stephon Diggs. 1st down.
Look, I'm working out of a bunch, 3-man setup, and they all just go in different directions. One to the outside, one to the inside. Diggs right up the middle. Circle it up. 1st down, Houston.
We asked D'Amico Ryans about Diggs and the emotions this week. He said, I haven't said a word to him about going against his former team. We know he's ready. We know what he wants at the end of the day, and that's a win.
And about 12 catches, too.
And that.
Was their first
Timeout taken by Houston at the 12:42 mark of the second quarter. C.J. Stroud just indicated, my bad. Sean McDermott trying to maintain the energy and the positivity with Buffalo. 14-3, Texans in front. Bill Cowher, NFL Today update in New York.
Yeah, I know another guy who just wants a win. That's called Trevor Lawrence. After 9 straight losses, he's going to find Brian Thomas open for 85 yards. And Jacksonville will take a 7-3 lead, right here, 10-7 lead over Indianapolis.
And, Coach, you got to love that uniform in Jacksonville. You remember it well, battling those Jacksonville teams and that old-school Jaguars fit, as the kids like to say now.
That was Cowher versus Coughlin.
Yes.
Steelers versus Jaguars back in the day.
Those were AFC North games before we named it the AFC North.
True.
That AFC Central was something.
First down after the timeout. Fake it. Stroud circles. Stroud, little flip. It's caught by Dell. And Dell scampers just short of a first down. Picks up 9. But that's Stroud with command, in control of what he's doing.
That was essentially a college option play, just NFL style, where you throw it instead of pitch it. Because watch, as he comes across formation, talk about Tank Dell number 3, he becomes your pitch guy, but you just have to throw it forward. And a good job of recognition by Dell. Once he got in the flat and didn't get the football, he just looked back, saw his quarterback, and said, hey, toss it to me so you don't have to do the running. Nice job by Houston.
Dell had bruised ribs, missed the game last week against Jacksonville. Pitch it. Ogunbowale is hit behind the line of scrimmage on a 2nd and 1. Check in with Evan.
Well, and Dell and Diggs will probably need to pick up their production in this game. Nico Collins remains in the locker room. He's dealing with a hamstring injury. He's listed as questionable, but again, remains in the locker room, guys.
He is on pace for a 2,000-yard season. Had a career high in catches last week, 12 of them, 151 yards and a touchdown. And, of course, the big play here, 67 yards for the score. 3rd and 2. Ogunbowale remains in there. Stroud has the time, floats it up. Hold it! Tank Dell. First down into Buffalo territory. 19 yards on the pass play.
And Evan, as you described, these other guys may have to pick things up, but they've been looking for ways to get Tank Dell involved again as much as he was last year. When Stephon Diggs came over, I wondered if he would displace Nico Collins as the #1 receiver. He didn't. But what he did was he dropped down the production of Tank Dell. And Dell today now, as Evan described, has a chance to pick things up with Collins out.
Stroud is 8 of 8. Josh Allen is 1 of 9. Texans lead 14-3. Quick hitter. Stephon Diggs breaks a tackle for another first down for Houston. Daquan Jones had to wrap him up. That's a 13-yard catch and run.
And that's just catch the ball, get it out to him, and do your thing. A good block initially. He runs through the attempted tackle by Rousseau, and good pursuit by Daquan Jones, a defensive tackle, getting to the secondary. Otherwise, Stephon Diggs may run right into the goalpost.
8th play of the drive, 2nd catch on 2 targets for Diggs. Houston operating at the 25 of Buffalo. Play clock is down to 3. Down to 2.